Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Tarot Tea Time. This time, we are going to be investigating the relationship between Britney and Jamie Lynn Spears. There's a lot going on between these two sisters right now. So Britney posted on Instagram, which, by the way, I just checked before starting this tarot reading, and she's already deleted the Instagram caption. It was the post where there was like a frappuccino or something on there. It looks like a coffee. Anyway, luckily I screenshotted it yesterday because I knew I wanted to do a tarot tea time reading for you guys, and I had a feeling it was going to be taken down, so go figure. I flew home to Jamie Lynn on the couch, watching her TV shows right after Justin and I broke up. I was a ghost there. I had worked my whole life, and I didn't know how to be served by mama. Sit there and get served the chocolate milkshakes with the perfect crushed ice. Okay, blah, blah, blah. She's talking about how Jamie Lynn was 12, and she was indulging in TV hours and then went and laid out on a raft by the pool. I'm in shock because this was never my life. That's important. There's some resentment there. Justin's family was all I knew for many years. Things were different now, and Jamie Lynn had a new Nickelodeon show. All I remember saying was, damn, how the hell does a 12-year-old land a Nickelodeon show? In all caps. Well, I never got my iced chocolate drink. I mean, yeah, I'm grown up, right? So she's acknowledging that she is an adult. But then maybe I might need a little support. It was a People magazine cover. Now this part's a little intense too. The People show up, and as Jamie Lynn says, I was scared. F yeah. My mama was on pain medication and could barely hold a conversation in the house because her and my dad split and she was more messed up than anything. I remember her sitting on the floor in a conversation and she never got up. And I'm sorry, Jamie Lynn, I wasn't strong enough to do what should have been done. Slapped you and mama right across your effing faces. Okay, guys, so I went through a lot of emotions, as I'm sure you did, as we read that. At first, I was like, I felt bad for her, and then she seemed really lucid because she was like acknowledging that she was an adult, and this was a long time ago. But I think it's just kind of like a little stream of consciousness where she's letting us into all of the conflicting thoughts that she had about her sister, about her mom. And then we also see a window into some of the trauma, and that not only was her father controlling and, difficult, neglectful, mean, all of that stuff. It seems like her mother then was also incapable of helping. So there was a lot of codependence, it seems, in this situation. There was a lot of addiction, codependence, emotional enmeshment. So it seems like it was a very, very unhealthy family dynamic. And then add into that fame, money, and substance abuse issues. And here we have it. So I am not in any way going to say that I do not think that Jamie Lynn Spears was also traumatized. I believe that she was. But I want to do a tarot tea time so that we can get some clarity. I'm a little nervous, not going to lie to you. Okay, so first I want to get a card for... Oh my God. Guys, I just dropped... You can't see because it's off camera. I just dropped all of my cards. The energy here is so intensely toxic. I know that sounds crazy, but I literally just dropped all my cards. What? The whole stack flying. What? There's a lot of energy here. I'm feeling the intensity. Okay, so first let's get a card for Jamie Lynn's role in this situation. I'm just going to get an overall card because, of course, things have evolved over time. Now Jamie Lynn is an adult, so is Britney. So, the dynamic changes as they get older. So let's just get let's get a card that represents Jamie Lynn's overall energy in the relationship with Britney at this moment in time. The Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor. Interesting. So she wants to have a good relationship with her sister. Interesting. It's almost like in her head, there's this potential for a fantasy relationship. And in the Call Her Daddy podcast, Jamie Lynn did mention that she wanted to protect Britney still and that there was still a lot of love there. Okay, interesting. So there is a lot of love there. She looks up to her. It's almost like she looks at her as this otherworldly being, an icon, which, that makes sense. She wants to have a loving relationship with her. She wishes that things were different. Okay, let's get Britney's energy towards Jamie Lynn at this moment. Two of Cups, togetherness, and partnership. So she also wants partnership. On a soul level, Britney also wants to be, she wants it to be like the two of them together. That is really sad. But that also makes sense as to why there's so much fighting right now. There's so much fighting in the press because, and like they're being public about it. They're not just like calling each other. Like Britney didn't just call Jamie Lynn up or send her an email or whatever, or text her. She posted that on Instagram and then took it down. To me, that seems like that's the action. Those are the actions of someone who's very frustrated. And typically when we don't really care about a situation or we just want to be done with something, we don't engage. Apathy is the opposite of love, not anger. So I feel like it shows that there's still a lot of love and emotion between the two of them. It just needs to be turned around in order for things to ever be healthy. Okay. So let's get a past, present, future read on their energy. In the past, Ace of Cups, cup runneth over with love. So in the past, there was a time when they were really close. There was a time when they had a lot of fun together. There was a lot of love and joy and just positive emotional connection. Okay, how are things in the present? Hanged Man, things are in a state of limbo. Neither of them knows how the other truly feels, which is really sad. So they are both in a state of not knowing what's going to come next. Ooh, I just got goosebumps. Okay, confirmation. Yeah. So both of them are kind of waiting to see what the other one's going to do, and both are very much on the fence and unsure. So what about the future? And this is like 6 months to a year. Ace of Wands, passion. Let's get some clarification. What type of passion? So that could be like fighting, or it could be like passion project. The Devil card. Okay, so it's not over yet, you guys. We have not even seen the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the drama that's going to come out between these two and the public fighting we're going to see. And I hate to say that because I really wanted to get a different reading. I hate to see families fighting. I hate to see sisters torn apart. I hate to see that because I do believe that like our siblings are like just such a blessing. Like my brother is my best friend, and I honestly can't even imagine going through something like this. Like, it's just so sad to me. Like, it breaks my heart. But unfortunately, we have the card of passion and the Devil card. So there's going to be a lot that comes out in the future. And I'm not necessarily saying through like Jamie's book or anything, Jamie Lynn's book. I don't think that's how it's going to come out. I think it's going to come out through them talking to the press. And the Devil card's also like addictions. I think a lot's going to be exposed, and I also think that their dynamic is unhealthy. And let's get some more. Let's get another clarification card. Actually, okay, let's do this. Let's get an advice card from Spirit for Britney. What would be for the highest and best good for Britney Spears right now? What is the highest place? What is the highest light and the advice that it would help Britney to come from this perspective when dealing with Jamie Lynn? The Strength card. Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? Be strong for your sister. That's what came into my head. Be strong for your sister. Be strong. Okay. Let's get the advice card for Jamie Lynn then. What is the advice card for Jamie Lynn to handle this in the highest light? Whoa, that jumped. The Star card, healing. Okay, so this is like being elevated after a healing. The Star card comes after the Tower card in the tarot deck. And the Tower card is like a tower moment, a moment of intense upheaval, which I think is what we've witnessed between Britney and Jamie Lynn. I mean, they've had a Tower card moment going for quite a while. And the Star card is like elevating yourself. It's like the beauty that comes after the storm. It's like after everything's been swept away, it's like after the clouds have parted, the beautiful sky, the clear blue sky. There are stars above her head. It's like, so I do see this being something public. The advice for Jamie Lynn would be to speak out publicly in a way that puts her sister in the spotlight in a positive way, which would then put Jamie Lynn in the spotlight in a positive way. So the reading that I'm getting, the energy I'm feeling is that Jamie Lynn is still coming from this old paradigm, and she's still feeding into the toxic dynamic of the family. Britney really wants to break out of the family dynamic, the toxic cycle of, substance abuse, control, codependency, all of those things that were contained in that family system. Britney has broken free ferociously and with the strength of a lion, okay? And so she might look a little, intense, but that is part of what she needed to do to break free, according to the cards, and I do agree with this. And then Jamie Lynn, she was still attached to that old system. She's still been hanging on to it. So she's trying to make money off of this book and do all this stuff instead of speaking out, saying, this was wrong. What happened to Britney was wrong. Instead of being on her sister's side, if she were to do that, not only would her relationship with her sister be repaired, but the public would also embrace Jamie Lynn, and she would become a champion for, something bigger than herself, like supporting other people, supporting other women, lifting one another up, hearing one another's voices, listening to each other's emotions, and caring, just really caring and loving one another, which I think is what Britney is trying to fight for. It's everyone deserves a voice. Jamie Lynn could become a part of that if she chose to. And that it would be the advice from Spirit, but unfortunately she's not leaning into that. Okay, so what is the outcome for Jamie Lynn if she stays on this path? Justice, the scales. Justice will come to her. Yikes. So right now, I just got chills on my face and on my arms. Okay, so Jamie Lynn is in a really pivotal time where whatever she does right now, not only will that lay the groundwork for her future relationship with Britney, for the potential, future that they could have. So not only is she her actions right now determining that, her actions right now are also determining her karma. So, yikes. So basically whatever she puts out there, justice will be served. It will come back to her. So if she's being dishonest, lies will be exposed about her. If she becomes a champion for goodness and truth, then she will be seen in a positive light and elevated to the star card status, a status that she never thought that she would be able to reach. Okay, what about Britney? If she continues on this path, what is the outcome for her? The Tower reversed. So right now, Britney is speaking out openly, publicly, in a way that seems aggressive to most people, but we also have to remember that none of us have been in her shoes. So I think that being under conservatorship for 13 years, going through everything that she's been through, literally having everything controlled down to her nail polish color or being able to drive a car, I think that she is used to so many Tower moments that the Tower card reversed for her means that if she stays strong, she got that strength card, if she stays strong, stays on this path, continues to be outspoken, continues to speak her truth, doesn't allow herself to be silenced or, and she did send that cease and desist letter. She had her lawyer send that to Jamie Lynn to, not speak in a derogatory or defamatory way about Britney while Jamie Lynn goes on her book tour. I think continuing to stand up for herself and do that and use her voice is going to prevent more Tower moments, which is upheaval, drama. It's going to prevent a lot of difficulty from coming into her life. So she is changing her story right now. Okay, well, that is the tarot tea on that. Ooh, that was spicy. I'm sweating a little bit. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I appreciate you being here so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'd love to hear what you guys think. What is your intuition telling you? I'd love to know your thoughts, and it's good to exercise that intuitive muscle. Okay, you guys, if you don't already, also please follow me on social media at BZenTV and at BritMadrid on Instagram, and you can listen to my podcast every Tuesday. Links for everything is below, along with a really awesome discount code on Clutch Women handbags. Clutch Women is an amazing handbag collection by Sarah Colonna, where all of the handbags fit the NFL regulation all clear requirements. So basically, the size of the bag means that you can get in anywhere, to any venue. You will never have an issue with them being like, your purse is too big or whatever. So it's great for concerts, sporting events, any sort of like museum venue. Anything where you have to think about what bag you're going to bring. It's hands-free. You can wear it multiple ways. It's amazing. I wear it to literally every Chiefs football game. And yeah, there's a discount code below, so you guys can get 20% off if you are into that. All right, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Let me know what you guys want to hear next, and I will see you back in a couple days. Mwah.